Hi, my name is John Boitnott. If you're actually pressing play on one of my videos, you probably already know who I am. I'm at that stage in my career where I'm not going to be found by anyone who doesn't know me, I think, at this point. So, I am a writer. I'll just do the intro just in case it somehow ends up being the case that someone who doesn't know me clicks play on this video, maybe some point in the future or something. But my name is John Boitnott. I'm a writer. I write about entrepreneurship for different publications, including entrepreneur.com. And in the past, I've written for Inc. magazine, USA Today, Business Insider, Fortune magazine, blah, 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 a bunch of others. Currently also write about budgeting and financial stuff for different publications, including The Motley Fool. So anyway, what I'm doing lately is I'm writing on Substack, which is a lot of fun. And one thing that I want to do is the stories that I publish on Substack, I'd like to actually read them, because to me, it seems that we don't have enough time to actually look at words on the screen anymore. What we have time for is to actually have words read to us. And so I know that that's the way it is for me. I really don't have time to look at screens because I kind of feel like it just sort of messes with my nervous system and my equilibrium. Now, I can listen to stuff very easily, and that's great. So that's, if I want to provide anything, I do want to be able to provide the written word that appears on a screen for people, but I also want to make sure that people can actually listen to it and just passively take it in and not have to do any reading on a screen. This is all like the biggest first world problem in the world, it sounds like. But regardless, one thing I would like to provide is, with each of the stories on my Substack, some kind of a video in which I read the story that they're looking at on the Substack. There you go. So that's sort of the reasoning behind this sort of little mini podcast, video podcast, vodcast, nobody says vodcast, thing that's going on right now. So let me just get started on that. We'll go forward. I hope all of you guys are doing great out there. For any of you who I know who I haven't talked to in a long time, I wish you the best. And all right, here we go. So the latest story that I'm going to be doing this for is a financial planning story that appears on a website that I write for called do.com, which on its blog gives information on how to prepare for retirement better and all the ways that might involve, whether that's budgeting, remote working, starting your own side hustle even after you've retired, that kind of stuff. So this is one of the articles that I did for Do. I ended up putting it on my column, my Substack column called Everything Entrepreneurship. And I hope you like it. This one is 11 ways to make financial planning easier. To prepare for your future and make the process of financial planning simpler, follow these tips. They will bring a sense of renewed confidence to face whatever the future may bring. Financial planning may be necessary, but it's also notorious for being a decidedly unpleasant experience. For many people, dealing with intimidating life events, such as children in college or reaching retirement age, can trigger much emotional or mental stress. Still, others may feel overwhelmed as they explore various possible scenarios, challenges, and solutions. Without a doubt, there are a lot of smaller, simpler money tasks you can complete quickly that will help you improve your financial situation to some degree. However, there's no substitute for a full-fledged, detailed financial plan. To prepare adequately for your future and make the process of financial planning somewhat simpler, follow these 11 tips. Your end result will be a renewed sense of readiness and confidence to face whatever the future may bring for you and your family. So yeah, again, this Substack story is from my column, which is called Everything Entrepreneurship. And go check it out. Just look up John Boitnott Substack. I'll be the first thing that shows up on your Google search at that point. All right, so the first of these tips is make a budget and stick to it. A budget is simply a financial plan for the present and immediate future. Based on your current and immediately foreseeable circumstances, a budget sets out your expected income and expenses, both fixed and variable. It helps you decide on your spending behavior to ensure you'll have more money available for bills when they come due. And that vibration in the background that you're hearing is is my washing machine. It's, for whatever reason, the washing machine has I am told by a friend who is familiar with these matters that there is most likely parts in the washing machine that are not misplaced, but are are doing something wrong such that the machine vibrates and it sort of bangs into the walls on this either side of it. It's one of those washer dryer combined machines. Anyway, let's get back to the story on 11 ways to make financial planning easier, which is something that many of my I have one friend who's a little bit older, and she has asked me, she's like, "Are you writing these stories for me?" And as the washing machine vibrates in the background, and I told her, "No, I'm not writing them specifically for you. I think that these are issues. These are issues that I brainstorm. These story ideas are story ideas that I brainstormed with the guy who runs the site. One of the guys who runs the site, do.com, the owner specifically, and he wanted some certain subjects written about, and so he asked me if I could write them. I said, yeah, sure. And that's often what, people ask me all the time, how do you come up with story ideas? And that's one of the ways that is done. Anyway, let's move on with the budgeting process. Make a budget and stick to it. Man, we'll try not to make this story go on too long. There are 11 of these, and I'm only on number 1. All right, so to start your budgeting process, first learn about different types of personal budget plans. Choose the one that makes the most sense for you and your current situation. Gather your receipts, bank statements, income records, and bills, then begin making out expenses against income. You can complete this process with pen and paper, or you can use free online budgeting tools and spreadsheets. Number 2, automate your finances as much as possible. To keep your financial plan on track, make as many of your money management tasks as automatic as you can. Enroll in direct deposit where possible. You may also want to research banks that offer earlier access to funds on direct deposit. Likewise, look into setting up automatic withdrawals for your recurring bills. This will help you avoid late payment fees and interruptions in critical services. Additionally, take advantage of any automatic savings plans available to you. Both banks and many employees offer individuals the ability to divide up a paycheck between checking, savings, and investment accounts. You may also be able to designate extra change on each purchase, usually by rounding up to the next whole dollar amount for your savings account. And I'm actually only going to read part of each one of these sections just to not take up too much of your time. If you want to get a real deep dive into each one of these, go back in and look at the actual page on the internet. Do it the old-fashioned way and read it with your own eyes, like I am doing now. But that's fine, whatever you choose to do. Okay, number 3, invest in yourself by taking financial courses. Again, these are 11 ways to make financial planning easier, and we could all, I would say, even the most financially advanced of us, need more ways to get better at financial planning. Number 3, invest in yourself by taking courses. Investing in yourself and your future financial health means improving your financial literacy. Fortunately, you don't have to spend a fortune to learn more about your money and how to properly manage it to support your goals. Start with free digital resources such as do.com's library of guides and the many available podcasts out there on money management and investment. Many digital classes are also available online, some free and some pay what you can, such as the Khan Academy course on personal finance. Others may require more of a financial investment up front, but may pay even greater dividends down the line. For example, if you're looking for more specialized information on more advanced topics, such as investing in real property or setting up complex trusts. Okay, number 4 is create savings goals and make a plan to achieve them. And many people find themselves motivated by the thought of buying something they've always wanted or reaching some degree of material comfort. If there's something you long to buy, to experience, or to achieve, and you need to gather sufficient funds to get there, set up a savings goal to help you focus on financial health and building your savings. Then create a step-by-step plan on how you'll reach that savings goal. For example, you can put a certain percentage of each paycheck aside in your savings account each payday. Figuring out exactly how long it should take before you can comfortably fund that new purchase or trip will obviously help you stay motivated for that goal. It will also help you feel more comfortable engaging in more in-depth financial planning as well. Number 5, have an emergency fund to cover unexpected costs. One of the simplest and most effective ways to make financial planning easier is to set aside sufficient funds to cover unexpected bills and costs. Once you have an emergency fund set aside or a plan to build one within a few months, you may find yourself feeling more up to the challenge of further deepening your control over your finances. An emergency fund also empowers you to make money decisions from a position of relative strength instead of being driven by anxiety and fear. Number 6 is make a retirement plan. Setting up a means to fund your retirement years is probably the most complex aspect of your financial plan. You'll need to cover a number of unseen potential circumstances. These may include illness, disability, an unknown length of time for which you'll need to provide your expenses, basically. So if you don't currently have a 401k or other retirement savings fund in progress, look into the Roth IRA and other forms of savings and investments to help you build a nest egg for the golden years. When you're closer to retirement age, you'll want to choose safer, less risky investments and savings vehicles in order to protect yourself from market fluctuations. However, if you're younger, you can probably shoulder a bit more risk and potentially earn a bigger reward. Number 7 in this story, the 11 ways to make financial planning easier, is invest your money wisely. Creating true wealth, generational wealth, requires you to think more long-term about your finances and to take the actions necessary to grow your savings. While paying off extensive debt should usually be a priority, at some point you'll want to look for smart ways to help your money grow. Start by learning more about the stock market and how to protect your investments in a down market. Consider consulting with a FINRA, registered investment professional, to help you get started. However, don't follow into the trap of letting an investment advisor make all the decisions for you. It's important to stay educated and engaged in your investments at every step along the way. Let a trusted professional give you guidance, but retain your discretion. Number 8 is stay disciplined with your spending habits. Maybe you pledge to radically make over your financial habits in the new year. Perhaps you resolve to get your money act together gradually. Either way, there's no doubt that improving your financial habits and sticking to a disciplined spending and savings plan will go a long way towards maximizing your wealth. Mystery spending can really sink your financial plan if you're not careful. In fact, according to one Visa survey, Americans lose track of $1,000 each year on average. Resolve to eat in more and put a halt to dining out and delivery charges. Invest in clothing that will last for years as opposed to the fast fashion trends of today that only go for a season or two and go out of style even more quickly than that. It's also bad for the environment too. Also consider logging all your purchases for a month to get a fuller picture of your spending habits. You might be surprised at the results. Number 9, consider using a financial planner. At some point, you may wonder if you should hire a financial planning pro to help you sort out your money management, savings, and investing concerns. You may be reluctant due to fears about cost, trustworthiness, or the reliability of the advice that you actually get. So those aren't irrational concerns, and you should be careful to thoroughly vet anyone you hire to protect your money from unethical or shady advisors. However, the advantages of partnering with an experienced, qualified financial planner usually outweigh those concerns and can provide a healthy return on that investment. Number 10, pay off debt as quickly as possible. It's tempting to focus on increasing your assets by investing in high-risk, high-reward ventures and stocks. However, what's actually in your best interest may be paying down your debt more quickly. It's arguably more boring than the exciting world of investments, but it's potentially more lucrative in that it will save you more than you could probably earn on interest. All right, a final number here of the 11 ways to make financial planning easier in your life. Number 11 is periodically review your financial plan and make changes. Your financial plan isn't a one and done kind of task, unfortunately. Think of it more as a living document that should be reviewed and updated every so often. Keep your financial plan flexible. As your circumstances change, so should your financial plan. Include your life insurance and other insurance policies in this periodic review. All right, so our conclusion here is planning helps preserve your financial health for the future. It may seem like an overwhelming prospect before you start, but creating your first financial plan doesn't have to be an all-consuming task. Set a target date in the near future to help you stay motivated. Then commit to taking small steps towards meeting that target date each week. Schedule a half hour or an hour of work each week to get that job done. Engaging in the process learning more about your financial health and challenges, and implementing solutions to help you conquer those challenges can help you focus on more important aspects of your life and work. And in fact, isn't that the ultimate goal? A good financial plan will help ensure your finances support your lifestyle and goals both now and in the future. Okay, so that, just to reiterate what we just did there, I read for you 11 ways to make financial planning easier out of my Substack column, which you can find online. I'll put the link in the description below, and it's you can basically just look up John Boitnott and Substack, and you will find me there if you're interested. And so going forward, I will be doing more of these videos, and I look forward to seeing you and talking to you then. And let me know if you have any questions or comments, and make sure to like the video, all that stuff, and take care. Have a great day, you guys. Bye-bye.